Good afternoon. My name is Sinisa Tesic, and I am thrilled to be excited of this classroom experience on this virtual platform. My current major is communications, but particularly within the communications program at UTSA for graduate students. I do not have a minor yet. However, I do plan on focusing on digital media while I'm at UTSA focusing on completing this particular program. I plan to hopefully acquire a very fulfilling job experience post graduation, hopefully as a communications executive for a large esports entity or company. However, overall, my goal is to be a higher education professor. So I'm just going down that road until I hit that benchmark, and I won't stop. The story that I choose to share with you today is about a time when I attended UAT for my Bachelor's of Science in International Relations at the time, and I utilized information from one course from a professor that he directly relayed to us at the beginning of the course to use that information to change a situation if you feel like it's not right. It ended up being save the day kind of situation for me. It ended up helping all of my peers and myself, and it ended up giving me a great bond with a professor that I very much admired. So the story is that I attended UNT for my undergrad, and I took a course at one point called Political Violence and Revolution. It was amazing. The professor was Professor Mason. He was extremely knowledgeable in that particular field. However, he was a little wobbly with dates and due dates and syllabus issues. Ended up being the case that later in the semester, we found out as a classroom one day that he put the wrong due date for a particular paper that was worth an immense percentile of the overall class participation grade and overall grade for the class in general. So we realized that this was not fair. People were kind of silent for a while. A lot of people didn't show up because it was near a holiday, so they were off with family. And they didn't know that this big paper was due that particular date. So I stood up. I took the lead and the reins, if you will, and I declared to the professor that out of respect, I must declare that this isn't fair to my fellow peers. It's not okay for the students to suffer because of just a simple date issue. Pardon me. Plastic falling all over the place. So I was very assertive, very vocal, but in a respectful way. And he smiled at me and said, because one of you has spoken out today, I will make an executive decision to help out the entirety of the classroom. Even people who aren't here will receive this benefit. So everybody was just immensely happy, super appreciative that I vocalized this concern directly to him, and he reverted his decision on that due date because of it. And funny enough, that particular lesson that I mentioned right before the start of the story is exactly what I'm talking about. At the start of the semester, he told us, always voice your opinion in this classroom and in life in general if you feel like something is not right, if you feel like something is of an injustice. So I utilized that direct lesson, implemented it into our situation in the classroom, and we all got rewarded for it. And also, for this particular program in school, I requested from him a letter of recommendation, to which he immediately responded that he would write one. And it was just an amazing experience overall, because it showed me that he was heartwarmed that somebody took his advice to heart and utilized it. And also, I was a hero to my fellow peers in that classroom that day, at least. It was a great situation. It felt great. There was a lot of camaraderie and good academic solidification in terms of networking that I established with Professor Mason. Overall, it was a great experience at UNT, and I hope to have many more like them at UTSA. And also to add for this particular video, the 3 goals that I have are to enhance my capabilities of upholding clarity on information that I encode, decode from others, and then also to extract from the course a methodology to deliver concise messages and information to others. So encoding, decoding, solidify that more in my overall academic professionalism. And lastly, it's to empower my familiarity and fluidity within the cross-platform programs and customs that I will be utilizing with this course. So I'm ecstatic to be part of this experience. Thank you so much for the opportunity to introduce myself, Ryan, and I very much look forward to working with you. Thank you in advance for your time and your patience with us as you're instructing us on this journey. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.